Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Research Works podcast here at EACD and IAACD 2025 in Heidelberg. It is a place where I think we catch up with many good and old friends. And here, even though we speak a lot online and we spoke to her very recently, I thought it'd be really good to do a follow-up because I went to your presentation the other day, Professor Paula Chagas. Welcome back to the podcast.
Oh, it's such a pleasure to see you all in person.
It's always so nice to see each other in person, isn't it? And every time I speak with you, it's always exciting. There's new developments. It's very inspiring. And one of the areas that you're very well known for, obviously, is the GMFR. And you've been developing that over many years. We spoke to you about it quite recently on the podcast. But here at EACD, you're presenting on the calculator. And I sat in your presentation. I thought it was very interesting. You just showed me the report itself. I know this is very visual for everyone, but let's describe it. What is the calculator?
Okay, let's go. So the calculator is more than a calculator.
Yeah, I love that.
But first I want to acknowledge the developer. That's my student, my research student, Maria Eduarda Muniz. So she wanted to develop this to help us to ease the scoring and to facilitate database creation and also reporting for the families.
Yes, great.
So she created an Excel spreadsheet where you will enter basic information of the child, her ID number of your clinic, her age, her GMFCS level, based on your clinical reports, the date of the evaluation and the date of birth.
Right.
So this is important for the calculator to calculate at the appropriate timing of that evaluation. And then you just after you fill the report, you just go through the dimensions A, B, C, D, and E. That's lying, sitting, crawling, standing, and walking. And you fill the responses that you got on the fillable PDF that will be available at Conchout. The calculator will be there too.
We'll get to that.
So you just mark them. Yes, no, and if yes, what are the options? If needed support or not, you fill it up. Okay.
Beautiful.
After you filled it up, you will go to a report page. At that moment, it's important to say that the calculator is still not saved. The data is still not saved.
Okay.
You see the report, and then the report will come with the scoring in all dimensions that the child achieved with her basic information. So you see in dimension A, the percentage she achieved, B, C, D, and E.
Very understandable. Well done.
You see a spider plot of the child according to the 5 dimensions. How she scored in blue. And then the mean score of our normative sample of children with CP in Brazil and Canada. We have already 380 children.
Yes.
In orange. So you'll be able to compare if the child that you evaluated is following what our normative sample showed to date. Okay. Also, you have the total score of the child according to the GMFCS level.
Brilliant.
And according to her age. So we expect changes throughout the ages. So we already seen that younger score less than the older kids.
Yes.
Okay. And this is important because this can help you guide your conversation with the family of what the child still needs to acquire, depending on her GMFCS level prognosis.
Yes.
What is able for us to treat in clinic, at home settings, in school, depending on the context that you are installed in.
Yeah.
After that, there's a saving options between below. So you can go to a database setting and save this data you just entered because it's important for your clinic, for your research settings or whatever to have that database recorded.
Sure.
So you add that to your database that's on your Excel spreadsheet. And you can also download the report as a PDF file. So you can send to the family.
Beautiful.
And also archiving your clinic data.
Wonderful. It is really beautiful. Like you've shown me what it looks like. And I can see myself using this within my practice to have those conversations. You know, you had the spider plot you showed me, had the sort of, the average. So you can have a look at what that looks like. But for this particular child, they're not really scoring in standing. So I can have a conversation about what opportunities there can be for standing and what we can do to improve the opportunities for that. And that can be reflected in the score. And I love that the score is not a abstract number. It's a percentage. We all understand what that means.
That was an important change that we made after consulting families too.
Perfect.
Because we had 34 points as a raw score. 34 points doesn't mean anything.
How to do the math on that in your head.
We had to create a percentage score. So transform this in a basic 3 rule and transform it to a percentage score. So it's from 0 to 100.
Beautiful.
Then you can see what is expected. It's important also to have a talk with the family that despite the child is scoring 25, 50, or whatever, that doesn't mean she has to get to 100.
That's right.
It depends on her GMFCS level. And to this, we have so much information about prognosis that we can tell them about.
Yes.
We don't know the prognosis on the GMFR still, but we hopefully will know in a few years. But you can still talk to the family and see, with our knowledge, this child can still gain some other abilities, some others performance in some items that will be important for you at home. To change your child, for transportation, at school, to participate in daily living activities like a presentation at school. So she can stand for a few
that's fantastic. I love that.
With her walker, with her gait walker, a gait trainer. So you don't have to be totally independent to gain points. You just have to use assistive devices appropriate for you.
That's perfect. I love everything about that. So last time we spoke, you said it was going to be available on the CanChild website. Where are we up to with that at the moment?
We are really there. It's like it's pending one signature on the copyright agreement now.
Sure.
So I think we probably get this big fix today or maybe next week.
Fantastic. Okay, so we'll stay tuned for that. It's very close.
July this month will be available, the English version, and shortly the Portuguese version.
That's fantastic.
Brazilian Portuguese.
Thank you so much. I said this last time. Thank you for doing this work. It is big work, isn't it? And I love how this assessment has been co-designed by families. I just think it's one of the most powerful tools that we can have, and it just facilitates great conversation. So I can't wait to use it. I've said that to you for the last few years. I know you're bored of hearing me say that, but it's truly wonderful. So thank you for doing that work and for sharing the calculator, the more than the calculator, with me today.
Thank you very much for inviting me and being here again. It's a pleasure.
It's such a pleasure to speak with you. To everyone listening, do stay tuned for more information on the availability for this in CanChild. I think it's a tool that we can all be using in our practice. So stay tuned for so much more, but we'll talk to you again soon. Bye.
Bye.